Angels for hanging tough.
Now this you seldom see. Cito Gaston losing with an umpire.
Yeah, he's lost it.
Bases are loaded, tying runs in scoring position. Game on the line with Harold Reynolds coming up. Hi again, nice to have you with us on Blue Jays Baseball. I'm Jim Houston with Buck Martinez. 21-year-old Brian Anderson gets his second start for the Angels tonight against Cito Gaston's Toronto Blue Jays, 6-4 in their first 10 games. No changes for today's game. Cito's lineup is the same as usual. The Jays have hit .299 on this road trip and scored 29 runs in 4 games. Overall, their offense has scored 71 runs, second in the league to Oakland, and hit 18 homers, tops in the majors. Dave Stewart might have a battle on his hands tonight. The 37-year-old will be up to the challenge as he pitches against Buck Rogers' California Angels. Tim Salmon in the number 3 spot hit the home run last night. He might be ready for a big breakout. Chili Davis is a great designated hitter, and he's having a fine start. Harold Reynolds over from Baltimore and San Diego plays second against right-handers. And Gary DiSarcina plays every day at short. Ed Sprague leads off the 3rd inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Now here's the payoff pitch to Sprague again, and he's walked him. So a second base runner for the Blue Jays, and the first walk surrendered by Anderson. Well, Alex Gonzalez, the number 9 hitter. Another pickoff attempt. This one's wild and into right field. Ed Sprague's around second. He's on his way to 3rd, and he'll stand up there. They picked off Oldwood, but couldn't get Sprague, and he's on 3rd with just 1 out.
They might have had him.
Didn't look like he was going to get back had Perez been able to catch the ball. Instead, Sprague's at 3rd. There's just 1 out, and the Blue Jays have a chance to score. The infield moves in on a delay with the pitch as Gonzalez is struck out 2 away.
The tying run is at 2nd. The go-ahead run at 1st with 2 outs. White is the 9th batter of the inning. Little looper, long run for Dykstra in right center, can't get it. Borders around with the tying run. Henderson to the plate with the go-ahead run. 15-14 Toronto.
Well, now 2 out and a man on 3rd, and Devon White is back up. In on the hands again, and a base hit for Devon White, just out of the reach of DiSarcina. And Ed Sprague scores. The Blue Jays lead 1-0 on their first hit of the game. 2 outs. Myers is on 3rd. DiSarcina on 2nd. A 1-0 Toronto lead. White Smith's trying to change that, but he's in some trouble here against Stewart. Base hit to right field. In comes Myers to score. DiSarcina behind him. The throw's up the line, and the runner takes 2nd on the throw to the plate. And the Angels have the lead, 2-1. 2-out base hit for Smith, who now has 5 runs batted in. And here's Tim Salmon. 2-1 pitch, hit high in the air to left field. It's way back, and it's out of here. Home run, Tim Salmon. I guess he's out of his early season doldrums. A 3-run shot last night, and a 2-run shot tonight. So it's 4-1 California. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, all 4 runs have come with 2 outs. The 4th inning with the Angels out front 4-1. One strike pitch between the lines this time. Between the lines and out of the yard. It's a home run for Eduardo Perez. And the California Angels have a 5-1 lead. They've now hit 2 home runs tonight. 1st and 3rd with 2 out for the Angels as they continue to give Dave Stewart fits in the 4th. 3-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat. Shot to right field. Carter went up the ladder and made the catch. It just about got away from it. But that ends the inning. And hit batsman, and there's a man on. 2 strikes on Molitor. Hit hard to left. Roberto Alomar's running hard as the ball gets down in the corner. Alomar's being waved home by Nick Leyva. He'll score easily on a double by Paul Molitor. And it's 5-2 Angels. So the Blue Jays are within 3 runs.
Blue Jays can come back in a hurry, particularly this part of the lineup.
Well, now John Olerud gets his 3rd crack at Brian Anderson. 2-1 pitch. Olerud takes it into left field. Molitor will score easily. Just getting to the ball now is Dwight Smith in left field. It's a stand-up double for John Olerud, and it's a 2-run ball game. Big 2-out double by the left-handed hitting Olerud to drive in a run. Eduardo Perez hit a solo home run in the fourth. Leads the California Angels to the plate, bottom of the sixth inning. Perez has hit it hard again. It's way back and gone. Home run, Eduardo Perez. Second home run of the night, third of the season for Eduardo Perez. 6-3 California.
Defensively, Jim Edmonds moves into left field, replacing Dwight Smith.
There's a fly ball center field. Long run for Jim Edmonds. Oh, he made a catch! Unbelievable! That may be the best catch I have ever seen.
Edmonds playing in because Howard doesn't have a great deal of power. Look how many steps he has to make before he's able to dive for that ball to pull it in. What a play by Jim Edmonds.
Back to the top of the order. Scott Lewis is pitching to Devon White. Lewis had a very good sixth inning. Got the Blue Jays 1-2-3, but he won't do that here. That's a shot to the wall. Scrambling around after the ball is Curtis. He gets it in. And Devon White has a leadoff double in the eighth. And I know what you're thinking. Here they come. Now Lewis must deal with Paul Molitor. Stayed away with a fastball, and it's ball four, and tying run comes to the plate, and it's the cleanup hitter, Joe Carter. Joe Carter, 1 for 3 tonight, as runners at first and second. Check swing, ground ball, easily boots it, and they're safe all round. Damian Easley couldn't pick up the ball, and the bases are loaded. With 1 out, John Olerud coming up, and Buck Rogers has come out, and he wants a new pitcher. He wants a left-hander to deal with Olerud.
Left-hander Bob Patterson comes in from the bullpen. He'll try to bail the Angels out of this situation with John Olerud at the plate.
Here's the 3-2 pitch again to Olerud. Straightens it out. He's got a base hit to left field. Devon White is in to score. Right behind him is Molitor. Carter holds up at third. Olerud's driven in 2, and it's a 1-run ball game. 6-5 Angels. Mike Butcher's the next one to go to work. A right-hander will come in to face Ed Sprague. Butcher's ready, so is Sprague. First and third, and that's a base hit. Extra bases down into the corner. The game's tied as Carter crosses the plate. They'll wave John Olerud. The relay to the plate. He's safe, and the Blue Jays lead 7-6. On the first pitch from Mike Butcher, Ed Sprague has given the Blue Jays the lead.
Nobody in the ballpark expected John Olerud to score on this play. And a good slide by Olerud, who gets his foot on home plate ahead of the Greg Myers tag.
And now Sprague's on third. The Blue Jays lead 7-6. 2 more runs in, another base hit, and another run in. Borders singles to left. Sprague comes in to score. It's 8-6 Toronto. And all that great work of Brian Anderson's undone. But they have the lead. They scored 5 runs on 4 hits. 9th inning as the Blue Jays look for some insurance here. Now Paul Molitor's up. And into right field. That'll fall in front of Tim Salmon. Base hit. In to score is White. Alamar's right behind him. And the Blue Jays have a 4-run lead. 10-6. And out comes manager Buck Rogers of the California Angels. And he's going to come out and get Butcher. There's another California pitcher coming in as many people head out.
Like Bill Sampson's coming out of bullpen.
10-6. Toronto leads. Here's Carlos Delgado. 1-1 pitch. Delgado gave it a ride to left, and it's gone. Home run, Carlos Delgado. Carlos Delgado's 7th home run of the season after he'd struck out 3 times. And the Blue Jays lead 13-6. Back-to-back 5-run innings. In the 8th and the 9th for the Blue Jays, Mike Timlin stays in the ball game here. He can pick up a save tonight by finishing off the Angels. It was a close game when he came in, but the offense got 10 runs in the last 2 innings.
Mike Timlin will be the new pitcher to save the biggest win in Toronto Blue Jay history. With a tying run at third and 2 down in the bottom of the 11th. Timlin. Nixon bunts. Timlin on it. Throws to first. For the first time in history, the World Championship banner will fly north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992.
First and second, nobody out. Gary DiSarcina. Ground ball stays on the grass. pass, and Timlin cut in front of Sprague. He was distracted and couldn't pick it up. And the bases are loaded. 13-6 Toronto. This is Jim Edmonds' first at-bat. Edmonds with a base hit to left. Myers is in to score. The others are held up. There's the Angels' 7th run. Base hit an RBI for Jim Edmonds.
Well, this is the part of the lineup that you didn't want to get to. Salmon, Davis, Easley, and Perez.
He walked one home, and out comes Cito Gaston. Another bases-loaded walk. And Mike Timlin will leave the game. Todd Stottlemyre warmed up and set to go against Chili Davis. Open one. Jam shot. That'll drop in left field. DeSarcina raced in to score from third. 13-9. The bases are still loaded with one out and Damian Easley's up.
You know, there's only been one ball hit hard in this inning, and that was Jim Edmonds.
What should have been a breeze is turned into big trouble. Hit into left field. Charged by Delgado. It gets by him. And another run comes in. 13-10 Toronto.
Well, you got to admire the Angels for hanging tough.
Eduardo Perez has 2 home runs in the game. 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air to left. Delgado playing deep. Didn't have to go back far to make the catch. Salmon scores on the fly ball to left. There are 2 outs. And it's a 2-run game, and Bo's going to get a chance to come into the ball game. Well, this place is going to come to life. Stottlemyre to pitch to Bo. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Bo's on. Bases are loaded. Tying runs in scoring position. With Harold Reynolds coming up.
This game is back and forth. A lot of runs scored. And when I came up to face Todd Stottlemyre late in the game, I had always had really good at-bats against him. The numbers may not back it up, but I always faced him and saw the ball real well. So I felt confident. And when I hit the ball, actually, I thought it was going to be a grand slam, ended up being a ground rule double. But I felt pretty good about that at-bat.
Game on the line with a tying run on second base. 5 runs in for the Angels. Reynolds hits a fly ball to right. Carter's running hard. It's over his head. It'll be a ground rule double. And the game is tied. Harold Reynolds with a big double to tie the game at 13-all. Rex Hutler would have scored from first easily on that ball had it ricocheted off the wall and stayed in the park. And we'll play extra innings in Anaheim. 7 runs in the bottom of the 9th. And Alex Gonzalez leads off the 10th inning against left-hander Craig Lefferts. Ground ball, backhanded by DeSarcina, over to first, in time. Gonzalez is out.
Boy, I don't know. He's awfully close down there. Cito Gaston doesn't think so. Take a look at it. DeSarcina to the backhand and then throws. But watch how close it is at first.
He's there.
Wow, he's safe. Cito's been tossed. Now he got his hat turned around.
Now this you seldom see. Cito Gaston lose it with an umpire.
Yeah, he's lost it. And this has more to do with what happened in the 9th inning than this call.
Absolutely. Alomar's on third base with the go-ahead run. 2 outs. Paul Molitor has 3 hits tonight. Joe Carter has 1. 1-1 pitch. Carter hits the ball hard to left center. Edmonds is over and makes the catch. And Alomar and Molitor are stranded in the 10th. We'll move to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Angels' turn to try and end in Toronto and California in a 13-all tie. It's the bottom of the 10th, and the new Toronto pitcher is Scott Brow. 1-2 pitch. Got it. 2 strikeouts for Brow. 2 away in the bottom of the 10th. Tim Salmon. Here's a ground ball. Spray. Couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and then bounced the throw up, and Salmon is on. That's a base hit for Tim Salmon, and Chili Davis is up. 2 quick outs, and the third one's hard to nail down. Carew issues some instructions to Damian Easley as Chili Davis is walked. And Brown will pitch to Easley. Well, the winning runs in scoring position out on second base. Scott Browse 2-0 pitch. Base hit left field. Delgado charges the ball. Salmon's on his way home. The Angels win the game.
It was just one of those crazy nights where the ball was jumping, guys were hitting, and it was one of those keep it going, keep it going. Rod Carew was our hitting coach, and he used to always tell you, you never give up. They're always the ones in trouble. And he would be walking up and down the dugout, always telling guys what he thought pitches might be coming and different things like that. So Rod always kept us on our toes.
A 2-out base hit in the bottom of the 10th inning for Damian Easley. Scored Tim Salmon from second. And the California Angels have won 2 straight against the Blue Jays. This one in a wild, weird, and wacky one.